See what we got here. Okay, we're back after our day off. Did a little outdoor stuff, little outdoors videos. Checked out the, they call it the AMRA, Motorcycle, American Motorcycle Riders Association. Was doing some racing up at Byron, and made a little video of that while we were there, but it was super hot. I couldn't take it for too long, so we weren't there for very long. It was just creeping up close to 90 degrees. So on the track, if you're close to the track trying to make video, it's gonna be, you know, over 100 degrees easily on the track. Pretty rough, but we did it, and we did some other stuff. A little R&R, just back messing with this game a little bit. I guess we got a new car. We can look at at the dealership. So make sure you check out that motorcycle video. What's probably up. I don't know if it'll be up tonight or tomorrow. It's some of the old school motorcycles, not sport bikes, but you know, like big Harleys and stuff like that, with different size tires, small tires, and fat tire. Unfortunately, I couldn't stick around long enough to get too many of when the fat tires started coming up. But maybe when it cools down, we'll try to get back up there and see what else we can see. Yeah, so let's yeah, so we got this where is it? Okay, I thought it was going to be there. I guess it's in a random place. Oh, did I update my game? I don't know if I updated. I don't know if I updated this one. Let me do a race real quick. See if this got updated. I don't know where else you can pull up the version numbers. So. That was the only thing it said in the update, was the car they added. So slow pass there. Let's also mess around with my Camaro, but on my other phone, so might have another tune for that. Assuming it'll work on this the same as it does on there. I'm just going to put up the BRB for the update here. Actually, since I'm on the BRB, I think I'm going to throw these other tunes that I had on these other cars, just to see if they do a difference. They make a difference. But I gotta get those off my other phone. Swanstrom's prenup. So we'll see what that's all about in a second. I just want to do some stuff real quick in the game before I pull it back up here. What's going on, FR4? Okay, just getting some things ready here. Had to update the game. I had some tunes that I was doing on another phone that I wanted to try out. So we have 4 Lambos now. Eventually, I'll pick the good ones and get rid of the not so good ones, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna set up here, get ready to race. I'm gonna go over to Key West. Gotta charge a bunch of devices because while I was gone, got a bunch of stuff that's dying here. So we are ready to race. I think I have to edit this title. Okay, ready to go here, it looks like. Do a little racing tonight. Just gonna play around with these Lambos that I was trying some things on. And then we'll take out some other cars and go from there. It is Saturday night, so but it's just been too hot out there to do a heck of a lot. So even though I tried over the last couple of days, but I couldn't really spend too much time out there. Okay, so here's our first race of tonight. I think I sort of left this Lambo the same, so we'll see what it does. The 48 got a nice tree. A little slow on the time there. We'll see if that update had any effect. If it usually does. Okay, got another Lambo out here. Jump in here on Battle Creek. I don't want to get stuck in these Lambos for too long. I just keep trying different combinations. That was a long light. Got a little bit of lag there. A couple of slow passes. I don't think I have anything than what I normally run when I stream. This car's not shifting right at all. It seems like it needs to sort itself out after the update. Yeah, we should do some test passes in these on the test track instead of racing people just to see. Just to try these different tunes. It's probably going to be pretty slow until some people come around. I did see one of the new cars. Someone had it. I can't remember what they ran in it. It seems like the thing, they actually have the thing to where it'll run a 5.5. I'm getting a lot of, for some reason the game is lagging on me. I don't know if I should restart it. Some people say you should clear the cache after there's an update, but I think for me it's just a matter of being on the live stream. And just kind of waiting for it to clear up. Pretty close race. At least by looking at the screen. Oh, we got a big pass there. The 45 with the 00. Got the good race. I guess that was enough for him to leave. It's not like he's only running 240 with the 26s. We're running 244. So we're gonna kind of pull away from people. But I got a way better 60 on that one. He's still on the old version too, so I don't know what effect that had. I don't know how he's running at 46 at 240 with a 6'9", 60-foot. Okay, I think that's a pretty good test for us. We just took over the number 2 spot on this board. But these boards are kind of a mix of, the fastest people end up on a lot of different leaderboards. That 004 was the key, though. And then Rob's got the 43, which you occasionally will run. I don't know if that's something that people can actually run regularly or not. So we got these other ones I wanted to try. Let's see what's going on in the game. Okay, what track were we on? I think we're on Key West for that pass. Got a bike. Let's see how loud this is. Okay, so this is one of my nitrous cars with the 24s. I think this one is going to shift a little bit differently. We got a 46. So it looks like those adjustments we made are pretty good. He's still in the old version. Got the 66 and the 60. Yo. Read chat. Yeah, I see. Yo. Is that what I'm reading? Or are you talking about game chat? It's always a little dangerous to I don't stick around in the global chat too much because people start saying some crazy stuff in there. Okay, we already raced that guy, so I'm just gonna put up some races here. Okay. Looks like this car wants to do that early shift in first. Oh, he red lit. I was wondering why he was with me. Only got a 550 on that one. Looks like people don't know about the update. He wants to go again. Yeah, I think this car need to hit that that first shift at around 8,500 or so. He got a little better pass there, but this car's a little bit trickier to shift than my other one. That because of that first shift, trying to go early. I think we got it that time. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like these adjustments I made are paying off on these other cars so far. Got the 45. The 60 foots are probably going to vary, just depending on, I guess, track conditions is what I call them. Okay, so that was my nitrous car. It just seems like since they nerfed, these cars are just sticking a little too sticky compared to how they were before. That's why I see I have these crazy suspension like this, even though it's kind of dumb. It just allows the car to not get too much grip in first gear, because even with the small tires, with the 24s, things just get crazy traction, too much traction. So I'm kind of trying these cars out in the order that I think that how good they're going to be. I'm not quite sure on the shifts on this one. First gear seemed pretty quick on this one. That's a problem with jumping from car to car, though. He's still on 380, so he's 2 updates behind. I think this car will do a little better than that, though. Alex out here. He's always got a fast Lambo out here. Well, also kind of depends on your device, though, of how you need to set up your car. See, that first gear was early. That was quick. I'm surprised that car run that. He's only doing 242 miles an hour. So that's the second guy I've seen with the low miles per hour. So I shifted that one a little, maybe a little after 8,500. Getting some really good 60s right now, though. That first shift was way too early in that one, though. get the 46, but his, see that the 60 was not there on that one. Now we got 126 here, so that's not going to help us. We're going to have to try and be patient on that first gear so we don't hit it too fat. Unfortunately, we got the red light. Another 44. You see, the 60 was not as good as it was on that one, but we still got the 44. So it looks like the first shift kind of depends. I don't think he's put up a big pass yet. Oh, my car's red lighting for some reason. Not getting. We'll try racing this guy again in a different car. I think I just teleported a little bit. Those are good shifts. I was early on the last shift, though. Yeah, the 45. I'm pretty sure this guy dipped out right away after I put up a big pass. He's like, this guy with another car running 45. Okay, so did we try the... Which car didn't we try yet? Was it this one? Or did we try this one already? I can't remember now. Yeah, this was the one with the big wing with the nitrous, right? So we did try this one. I think we got a 45, so we'll try this one. This one's a little more normal looking. I think this is the 27s on here. But I did turn down the top end speed on these cars because they don't really have what they had. So we'll see if this is what kind of shifts we need on this one. So it looks like I have got 2 turbo and 2 nitrous. That was an early first on this one. These ones with the tall tires, though, don't seem to work as well on my... It's possible they work better on iOS as opposed to Android. Might be because just because of the iOS working a bit better for the game and running a bit quicker. The cars are able to get out of the hole better. We'll try this NT guy. I always like racing the guys that are running NT just to see what I find. Anybody that plays knows what the cars run, so unless you're hiding something, there's really no reason to run NT. Was early on that second gear. Yeah, that was a slow pass. He wants to go again. I didn't see him on the side of me, so let's see how these shifts work. 48. I don't know if this car is going to be quite up to par because the 27s don't seem to work as well. Wondered if I were to try 26s on this one, if maybe that would this thing would get out of the hole a little better. And maybe shave a little off that time. Okay, so I kind of know where these are. Seems like this one is kind of the number one car, even though this one over here, the turbo, jacked up high in the back, ran a couple of 44s. This one ran a 45. Then this other one seemed to be a bit off the pace with the 27s. I don't know what I pressed there. I didn't think I pressed anything. So that's pretty much the Lambo fleet. So we kind of know how our Lambos work. Looks like nobody's on tonight in my list. So let's get some cars out here. First, we're going to go with some of the quicker cars. We can put away all these Lambos for now. Okay, some of these American cars and the Porsche and the Audi wagon. My music died. I don't know why the music stopped. Okay. Let's see. We got a Lambo here. I race this guy a lot. But I put away my Lambos here for now, so. What car do I have out? Can't remember. Actually, I'm gonna do another quick BRB. I want to grab myself some water, keep hydrated, and so we're gonna do that. BRB real quick. Let me put the game screen back up here. I'll leave you guys the music. Okay. So let's see if we can get some races with some American cars here. I know that's going to be rough if I go up against Ruben in that Lambo. See if we can find something else here to race. So we can change this over to that. Turn my volume back up. Try to jump in some races if we can. This is still really my favorite track. Running on Battle Creek seems to work pretty well for me. I like running it at night. I don't know if that makes a difference as far as how the game runs, because the lighting and stuff is gonna put more load on the game. But I don't think I have a problem with game performance. I think I was late on the tree there. Late on everything pretty much. Got a 53 there. He's on the new version. So he's got his Z28 running the 47. Let's see if I can get a shift on this thing. If I can get a better number. See if we can get a better tree. That's on my red light. I'm not hitting that first shift, though. I think we're just gonna get out of that. I guess we're just gonna race his Lambo. Can't stay out here too long against him in this car, though. I just can't seem to get this car to that first shift. Turn my volume down so I can hear over this Lambo. Just pulled away from him. Well, we got the 49, and that was a late. That was a late first shift. Maybe he wasn't putting up big numbers in his Lambo. Sometimes you get the late shift and it actually pays off, so. Yeah, we're pulling away from him. Got the 52. He got a 48, but his tree was not there. He got a 660 on the 60 foot. So he's getting down there on the 60, but only a 48. Let's see if he sent a message, because he was kind of pausing there. I don't know that I've ever talked to him before. His car is stuck now. There it goes. He seems to be a little laggy over there. He was way out on the tree on that one. An 02 red. The 50 with the 241, so He's going to be a good matchup for me. But he's just having a problem treeing. Yeah, he was way out on that tree again. We got the 51 with the 01. He wants to keep trying. Remember I was telling you about you guys that people ask me how you make money in this game. Sometimes you'll run into somebody that's just out there making test passes. And and they're taking losses and they don't care. No, I got the red that time. Got 001 red. So he got a 49. Wait, did I get a 49? Or no, I was looking at him. He got the 49. Okay, now he's not moving. No, he's not writing anything. Maybe he disconnected. Or maybe he's typing. I'll give him a chance to win some of his money back here if he gets it together. Gets that Lambo going. Yeah, see, I even hesitated a little bit there. So I got the 001 red again. So it seems like the red lights are in my end now. Even though it's only by a 0.001, which sometimes will even be a 000. Depending on which side of the decimal. Because it has the other decimal point, it just doesn't show it. I stage went way too far that time. I don't know what happened there. For some reason I hesitated and my car just didn't work at all. Worked totally different. Got 1320 out here in the Lambo. Alright, I could take this Audi out, I guess. Okay, there's Ruben out there, but I don't want to keep jumping in his races. Looks like some weird stuff going on in the global. Yeah, so I'll see if that actually might even have an upload going too. With all my stuff on Wi-Fi. No, it looks like my upload's done. Okay. Okay, we got the Civic versus the Audi wagon. I'm gonna need to turn my volume back up after racing the Lambo. The Civic will run around a 5.7, I think. So this is going to be a pretty big mismatch. Only got a 51. I was a little early on both of those, on first and second. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else going on in the lobby. This is not even my best Audi wagon, but it's still pretty quick. That music just keeps going up. Okay, got 48. That's about where this car is. Okay, let's try this Boss. See how this thing is running these days. Yeah, a lot of times it's pretty quiet on the weekend until later at night. So we'll see how it goes. 29 by 13. What's that going to be? We got Yee out there with the Lambo. What car do I have? Yeah, that's not going to be a good matchup for the Boss, because this car I still haven't really gotten it to shift how I want it. I know this thing is going to have a quick first gear that you have to catch. Otherwise, sometimes second gear will do a little bounce on you. Only 55 on that. Not a very good tree. Let's see if he wants to go again. See if I can hit these shifts a little better. That was a close race. This car just, I can't seem to find the middle ground between the mid 5 and the low 5. It's either, seems to want to go either way on me. It seemed like this car bounced around a little bit in third gear, which just doesn't make any sense. Unless it's just bugged or something. See, that was kind of normal shifts. It's only 54 though. It's gonna be tough to compete if that's the best that car can do. Kind of almost seems like I should, but because I think I moved the bars up on this to try to get rid of that hop. I'm not sure if I did anything else to it, if I messed around with the gears or not. But that car just seems like it's a little tricky right now. So we got our Z28 to try out with the new setup. I thought they were talking about a storm for tonight to kind of get a little bit of a cooler front to come through here, but if it doesn't materialize, it's going to be pretty muggy out there if it's just hanging. Actually, I have another charger cable. I can try and get some of these devices back up. Where's my charger cable? I think I may have put it somewhere for a spare. Might have put it in my backpack. Got Voodoo out here racing, no prep. I don't know if he's running that He's running that no prep. I think he has a no prep Lambo. He might have other cars. I pretty much do prep. Can't even hear what song that is. See if and I kind of threw off my sleep schedule because I got up pretty early today because I wanted to try and do some things, some outdoor things. So I didn't quite get enough for what I wanted to sleep because I kind of woke up automatically, like much earlier than I was intending. So that kind of threw me out. So then I actually got a little extra sleep in the afternoon. So I'll probably end up trying to stay up kind of late to get that kind of evened out again. What's going on, John? How's your weekend going? It's pretty warm pretty much all over the place. A lot of different places. Midwest and the South. But we're into August, early August, so it's usually pretty warm. And we'll see what kind of winter we have when the next month or so rolls around. It starts cooling down. I'm just going to go ahead and race him. I forgot what car I even had out. Maybe I'll get lucky and my Camaro will run right, and I'll get a decent pass. Oh, my volume. Is he waiting for me to turn my volume down? Yeah, that's the problem with racing a Lambo, though. You got to turn your volume down, then you can't hear your own car, and it's a little bit difficult. He seems to be wanting me to make the moves here. And all of a sudden, he's going to jump in. His time wasn't that fast, but he got a 002. But he seemed like he's on the old version too. But he's staging, and then he's restaging. So that's throwing. I think that can throw off the light even. It certainly threw it off for me because he's bumping in, and then he's rebumping. At least that's what I'm seeing. So I'm kind of, I waited him. Now I messed up my, now he just left. Got a little lag right there. Maybe because he left. Oh yeah, he's boarding around. He's borderline yellow bar. That's why he's all over the place. I don't know if this is actually his lag so he's not moving right away, or what. If he's doing it on purpose, I don't know. But I don't like staging first when somebody's lagging bad like that, because you don't know exactly when they're staged. And see, I think he's kind of playing into it, because he's just sitting there waiting for me, trying to throw me off. It's really annoying trying to race someone like this. I'm probably going to catch him. Got him on a hole shot. See, he didn't get a very good tree that time. He didn't update, so seems like he's playing games or he's just lagging. Not really sure. I think his other races are green bars, so he's looks like he's just kind of borderline yellow bar. Just kind of hoping to get some 5.4s out of this Z28. That I took a tune off of my other phone, because I actually ran a 5.4, but whether it works on this one, I don't know. It's a different device, so even though they're all Android, and I am streaming, so that's going to be a disadvantage or an advantage depending on my connection. So we got the MK5. Got to remember all these numbers that they call the cars. The first gear was quick that time. 53. Oh, it just seems like this C28 just won't do what I want it to do. So I guess we'll put that away again. Go for the box. See if anything interesting is going on in the chat. Got no one in our friends list on, really. There's a Lambo. I don't know if I've seen that name before. Why do I keep racing these Lambos? I keep forgetting how much noise they make. He's got the 27s with the little wheels. Let's see if we can chase him down. Got him on a hole shot. Got a 47 in the Box Nova with a hole shot. That's crazy. He got a 664, 60 foot. He took out a Lambo with the Box Nova. I mean, I did hit the shifts, but that's not going to occur very often. I didn't get the shifts that time. Only got the 53. But that's, I'm not going to stay out there against a lamb over in 46. We got the 47. So, but this car is going to be in the low 5.5s. Sometimes crazy things happen when you race a faster car. It's almost like you get pulled by their car. And it wasn't, it looked like I was still a car length back on him during the race at the finish. Even though I know that a lot of times that's not going to represent how the race went. That's why I never pull out of a race either, because you definitely can't go by what it looks like all the time. Unless you've got a really clean race where you see your cars are side by side and they're not, they're kind of right where they should be. Okay, now I've got a little bit louder song. Only problem with racing the Porsche is that you're still going to pull in the exotics. I wish they wouldn't have changed the Porsche to an exotic. Let's see if we got a lamb. If we get a Lambo to jump in here right away. I hear noise, but is that thunder? I think that is thunder. Must have. I don't know why it would be fireworks. Let's see how my muscle memory is on the Porsche shifts. It's a fairly even matchup here, but I know my car will run a 5.4, and the Ranger won't. Yeah, my muscle memory was there. Hit my shifts, and we get the 49 right off the bat. The car's seems like the majority of my cars are quick today. So I just have to chalk up the Z28 as just not working right now. Especially when I see all my other cars putting up good numbers. Okay, he's not leaving. He's... What kind of car did he have? Can't remember. Oh, he had the Ranger. Yeah, so he's not gonna... The tree was not there, but I think I may have been a little lackadaisical on it. At least I didn't have a Lambo jump in. That's always a plus. But I think kind of people are kind of tired of the Lambo. Because it's still, even though supposedly they've nerfed it a couple of times, it's still up and above everything. Seeing the Z28s come back is what we're seeing. Hopefully this isn't a quick one, but looks like he's got the setup with the tires poke a little. That first gear was early. He's gonna come by me. We only got a 55 out of that. He's 2 versions back from the newest version. But I don't think it, see, he got a 5.4 in his Z28. He's got 34s. Maybe I should go back to those. With the retune. And the song is loud. Let's see if I can get those first and second gears. No, it's a little off on him. I don't think I treat either. Yeah, my car is just not. I didn't get a good pass on that one. Get a 5.4, right? So we can check the box on that one. Get our Lambo collection. Just going to keep going down the line here. These songs just keep going up and down. And the volume. Until I can get everything charged here. Okay, take out our big beast. I'm sure my Evo's probably up here somewhere. We could take the R8 out, I guess. Even though that's a real tricky shift. Just getting this lag here. Let's see what else we want. Take out the skyline, I guess. See if we can get a little 5 out of this. Oh, so it's yeah, so I totally missed yesterday on this, and I held my number 3 spot. A lot of these guys are 47 and higher though, so it's going to be hard to get up there with the Lambos unless you're in the 46, 45 range. So I don't know how Rob ran a 43, but he's got a pass sitting up there with a 3 RT and a 557 at 240. That was his last pass. Seems to me that like you'd be putting up better passes than that if you're running a 543. 28 by 21. We'll take that race. Okay, so now it's back to the trials and tribulations of getting the shift in the skyline here. I always call it a skyline. People call it R34. I don't know if it actually, people call these skylines or Okay, so I have to try not to be super early on first like I was there. Let's see if he caught me. Nope, I got the little... What is that tree? Speaking of trees, I wasn't ready for that race because I was thinking about trying not to overcompensate on first gear. I missed fourth gear on that. The 560. Much rather be early in first than late. These shifts are all over the place. Can't seem to hit them. Just gonna put that car away for now. This takes a lot to get the shifts down in that. See what else we got out here. I don't know that I want to take on the Lambo in this. Okay, kind of looks like what we got out here tonight. So at least I can take out the Evo without having a Lambo jump in. That was probably his E28. Okay, what did he, Alante have? Did he have the Nissan? Kind of trying to jump in some races. I don't really like going into chat too much, even though there's a lot of people that go in there because the craziness. Yeah, so it looks like my motorcycle racing video is processing, I guess. So that probably maybe I'll put that up tomorrow. It's kind of a rough edit walkthrough and some racing and burnouts. I know they have their own live stream up at Byron, but it's just kind of the same view, like the starting line view and down the track. I don't remember if it follows the cars or if it's just on the angle to where it sees them go down the track. That's the guy I wanted to race. I don't know what happened there. It's not letting me in. Like someone's trying to connect and they haven't connected yet. I guess that's what that is when that happens. It's still connecting. Let's see whose name ever disappears. Yeah, see now it looks like it failed and he put up another one. So it'll be interesting what happens this race. But I don't really know if it's the game or the players that are having worse connections, or both. Got pretty good shifts there. He's coming. Yeah, he caught me. I only got a 54 on that. Had a decent 60, but I need to get a low 5 out of this to stay ahead of Z28. I didn't see what my tree was there. Definitely need to be on the tree too if I'm going to try and keep a Z28 off me. I missed both of my shifts there. 57, that's horrible. Let's try hosting one. Yeah, the muscle member is not quite there like it was when we raced the Porsche. Especially when you're trying to get a really good tree and you need to let go quick and then get on those shifts. If it's got quick shifts like this. It's It's like a real precise. Let's see how quick the big Daytona is he's got. See, its first is a little early, not quite that early. And that's why I only got the 54. But he's a little off the pace with the 57. He updated. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today because I kind of had a long weekend already. Got those first two shifts right on top of each other that time. Sometimes it works. Yeah, we got the 51. He only got the 64. So he seems like he's a little erratic on that. 51 is good for that, though. We'll take it. Yeah, pretty quiet on YouTube right now. Delante's still out there looking for races in his Nissan. We'll take him on in this. A lot of people you see out here running the same car. I definitely like to switch around. He's not going to catch me. No, he just left. He must have messed up. We had the nitrous Nissan. Got a 53, so not too shabby, but got TT Legend out here in his Lambo. He seems to be always racing a Lambo, or a Z28, I think. Let's see, we've got two hours left on the leaderboard. We're probably not going to beat that 43, even if we take our Lambo out. Alante, he left the race, right? So he's probably not going to want to go again. Yeah, I definitely like going through a bunch of cars. Especially if they're putting up pretty good numbers that are competitive, going to be competitive out here. I got the shifts on that one. He was red, so he's going to come by. Only 54, so we got the shifts, but didn't get the result on that one. Kind of messed up my stage there. I don't know what the heck happened on there. I don't know what happened on that tree. That tree was like kind of freaked out. But I'll just move on from that. That might be why my stage got messed up. Yeah, see, his car is jerking around a little bit. Yeah, his car's teleporting. We got the 5-0. We got him on a tree, too. It's a struggle. Got the message coming in. I don't like leaving those envelopes up there. Thought that might have been him. I got pretty good shifts there, but he looks like he's coming. Yeah, he looks like he's around 550 in that. I know I race this guy a lot in the C28 because I recognize the decals on this thing. Yeah, he's definitely teleporting over there, though. Because he didn't get the tree, but he's somehow still getting those 50s. If I can stay on the tree, he's gonna have a tough time because he's not having a smooth go over there. Got good trees. Looks like he got me on that one. I only got a 55. Yeah, that's gonna be a... It seems like those racers were kind of all over the place. Especially for him. Let's mess around with this RA a little bit. And then we got a few big dogs on the other side. Guys looking for tips. Says don't waste your time on exotics. Can't hear the music. I think it's because the speaker is covered. Let's see what else we got out here. Slight break in the action. What's going on, Phil? How was your weekend? Just doing some racing here. If you want to do a race, put up a code. Okay. Now the volume went back up. See if I can find a good song in my old school playlist here. No, you're good. You're always good, Grey Ghost. How's that team going? Managed to get a day off yesterday. Right back at it. Got a new video I'm going to be putting up. Nothing spectacular, just a little bike racing. Big Harley drag racing. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay as long as I wanted because it was really heating up outside. But I was actually somewhat in the area anyway, so but it just whoa, song. Take it easy, song. You see, the speakers coming out of the top on the back side, so I have to kind of put the phones in a position to where it's normal. Yeah, so you guys strictly do the free ride racing though? All right, so we're looking for codes. If you guys want to put one up. Otherwise, we're in the lobby. You can catch me. Pro Tree for 20K. Don't have to do 20K if you put up a code. Looks like Alante switched. He looks like he got rid of exotics. Maybe he had Lambos jumping in on him. Yeah, I've tried to put together a team in the past. We kind of had one going for a bit, but I don't know. I can't remember what happened. It's a lot of work. especially if you want to try to run a list, or you want to do team versus team. And then I joined a team, and then the team, everyone left and went to another team. So our team got gutted, and then it's just kind of a lot of work, and you have to do it all yourself. You gotta have, you know, you gotta be on Facebook and report your races, and you gotta have a messenger chat to talk to people. It's just they needs to be in the game, in my opinion. If you're gonna have that, you know, if you're expecting the people to do team racing and things where you have to do it all yourself, and you know, what's the point of the game? What's the point of having a game if all you're going to do is put up a lobby? And throw new cars out here all the time. Pretty much every game out there is going to have some kind of competitive aspect to it. As far as having people, you know, competing against each other in the game. Yeah, Belante's sticking with that front wheel, rear wheel, all-wheel drive. What car do I have? Oh, I got the exotic. That's why I can't get in, because this is an exotic. I'm gonna take a short BRB. Seem to be taking a lot of BRBs tonight. The 50 and a Z28. Yeah, you know, I made another attempt on my Z28. It seemed like I was messing with it on another phone. It seemed like a thing would maybe put up some 5.4s for me. And then I put the tune on here, and I couldn't get a 5.4 out of it, and it didn't run the same as it did on there. Tommy, what's the code here? Is this free ride code? 3573. I'm gonna assume that it is. What did I say? 3573. The 500 full tree. Tommy, are you the one that's putting up these mismatches all the time, running me with a dragster? Holy volume! I forgot how loud this R8 is. I'll just take it as a test pass. Look at the dragster go by. Even though I got him out in 1,000 foot, kind of a interesting race. He didn't get me by a lot for a dragster. This guy's on streets, but just kind of looking for a race right now. These songs have such different volumes. Good race, Tommy. You got me in the dragster. Mustang what? Mustang Pro Mod? Is that what it is? Little tree. That's a dragster on radials. 1,000-foot dragster on radials. God, he thinks he's fooling me. This isn't going to tell me. That's why I didn't really get a gauge for where this car was at, because it was a 1,000-foot race. Messed up those gears. All right, another one of those fair races. Even though we only got a 0.3 tree. Got me again. $11.51. Oh, that's where I saw that message. Let's see if somebody got that code. What? Oh, it's because I've got an exotic. Even though it's not the Lambo, it's not letting me in. You tell Tommy. Tommy's sending me races. And he just said, he sent me a race. He sent me a code, 5005. He said Mustang. And I go to race him, and he's got a dragster. So, can't trust him. I can't remember what his name was on YouTube. You never know what you're gonna get with him. I just want to run a quarter pass in this thing, but I'm getting it a Lambo if I put it up. Trying to see if someone will put up a race. I could take that 1,000, but that's probably going to overmatch someone. Oh yeah, you have a Malibu? Okay. I'm not falling for that one twice. Oh, he's got the big goat. Okay, sorry for the noise in advance. It seems like this car sounds exactly like the new Lambo sound. Or the Lambo didn't change all that much. Man, those first two gears were just bad. This thing, you have to be patient with the first two gears, and you can get a low 5 out of it. At least the way they have the gears set up. Looks like Gray goes left. Vacated the premises. Oh, there he is. I can't remember if that car he's using, if that was one that was buffed or not. It's got a bumble lag right there. I just hit the wrong button. No, I thought for sure I was going to red light. Yes, it seems like as long as you're not early on these shifts in this, you can get a pretty good pass. But you just need to be kind of trying to shift it like a typical import. I think that envelope is lagging me. Oh, okay, go check. Yeah, because you don't actually have to take the race. The 52 with the pretty good RT. I guess Grey Ghost just wants to put up some test passes here. It's fine with me. What's going on, Jamie? With the highlighted message. See if I can get the shifts. I was okay on the first one, but then not the second. Still do the low 5s. But you need to be on them for the see if Tommy's still waiting. No. He's gone. There goes that music again. Yeah, you know me, I got the pretty plain cars. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to take a quick BRB though. Got a little under 2 hours on the leaderboard. Unless somebody jumps up there. I'm going to put the BRB up there. just going to leave the BRB up there for a second. Got a small snack for tonight. Just going to get it ready, so to speak. Let's take that BRB off here. I think I have that GTO, but I have no idea what it runs. You're running 5.7s with yours? If I still have it and I didn't sell it. Still have 1, 2, 3. At least 3 cars I can unload. I could even unload probably an Evo or another Porsche or so to make space. This is oh, that's the Malibu anyway. There's another Porsche Eclipse. Not seeing the GTO. Unless you want to race the Nova, the C10 5.7 car. I can't remember if I converted this S10 back to quarter or not. Same goes for the IROC. The 187 Boss. Yeah, see, I got a bunch of cars in here that this car. Yeah, what happened is after they broke all the 187 cars, these cars all kind of became useless with the import meta, and then the 57 meta. So I was converting all these cars to A because it seemed like they were still fairly competitive, at least against American cars. because I could still get the low 60, you know, and the low, like low 8s. But they just didn't have the top end for the quarter. Another spare Evo, this thing. Yeah, that 10.5 old school Malibu. That thing is. I don't even know if it works, because that car was kind of like a meta type slash glitch fast 10.5 car when they, because I think they buffed it, and it became like a really good 10.5 car, that there was some kind of glitch with the launch. But I don't know if it works anymore, really. Kind of launched like the Nissan Z. I guess I could take some of these cars that I don't know exactly what their status is out. Okay, so it's not, you're not talking about that one. That's like an unknown status. Yeah, I have a lot of cars that I don't use. Let's see what this thing does. Okay. Turn that song down a little too serious. I think this car may just spin now. Because I couldn't figure out how to get away from the glitch launch that I used to have. $587 for the 10.5. But it's not going to be very competitive with a lot of 10.5s out there, because everyone's running, you know, the cars that have been buffed on 10.5, so they're going to be like at the second or a tenth faster than this. Oh. I mean, you can race whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. It'd just be like a test pass type thing. Maybe I'll go through some of these and kind of just set them back where they're actually workable. But that one has that, it still has that slow kind of spin launch. Yeah, sure, right? Like I said, you can race me in anything, against anything, anytime. if you got something that matches up, this car is going to be anywhere probably in the 580s. I don't think it'll be able to get a 5.7 because it's kind of erratic the way it launches. Got the vintage car, 10.5 matchup. This car might be a little stable if I went with the double wheelie bar too. I gotta turn my volume back so I can hear it. See, this car's got some bounce in the front end. Yeah, see, that time I got way too much grip. So it definitely needs to, let's see, what should I do with it? I mean, I don't say I'd just like to take the bar off it, see if I could get it to stay on the ground. Yeah, see, this car used to get out of the hole a lot harder, and that's why it kind of had that, it was able to get that spin launch. But way back when, this was actually a good time for a 10.5 vintage car in that low 960 foot or high 865. But the things used to run in the 5.7s back then. But it seems like it. I don't know if they turned down the top end on this thing either. I guess we could kind of look at some of these cars. Just kind of see. Yeah, see, I had this thing set at 245, so I think they may have turned down the top end on this thing and nerfed it because it was beating everything. I'm not really sure what I would want to do with the thing. I'd want to take the bar off though. Oh, now you're taking out your 20.5 C28. You're getting like Tommy. Yeah, we could definitely do test passes though, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, see, this car just doesn't get out of the hole very good. I wonder if I put that, if I lower that bar a little, to, that maybe this thing will spin off the bar a little more. Because that's kind of was the trick. See, it has that launch. I don't know what happened to my tree there. It has that launch. Taking the bar off of this thing. Let's see if this thing does a wheelie. See, he's got really light front suspension. Let's see, what can I do with this? See what kind of launch I can get out of this. Yeah, see, it's in between on those, on the weight there. If I were to without trying to change the car too much. To see if I can get this tune to actually work. Because with the taller wheels, it's not going to get as much grip. That front suspension, though, could be a problem. Look at that thing bounce. Let's see. And just the way the thing sits. But let's see if I can kind of change it a little bit to make it a little more manageable. Not really sure about the stance on it. Because, I mean, you know, I don't want the thing to be like a tooted type thing. I want to keep it even. Just try to get that bounce out of the front end. Okay, what do I want to do with this car? I just don't want to turn it into a full-blown tuning session. Yeah, this car is going to need some. And I'm not exactly sure how they nerfed this thing. I don't know why it's getting that bounce in the front end though. Thing just gets up in the air too easy. See, it's getting up there even with the moving the weight forward. That was actually a pretty good launch, but it just got up in the air after. I'll just move the weight one more. was just hoping I could probably, if I could possibly get a quick fix to kind of get it back to how it was, but it looks like it's gonna be a whole project. I never actually raced my Nissan Z, right? Yeah, I've just got a lot of cars that don't really have anything to do with them. Pretty much everything that I never use is going to be a 5.7 car if it's still a quarter car and I didn't set it up for eighth. Or if it just plain broke, then it's just gonna be broke. Like that thing I was just trying to get to work without, because sometimes if they break, you can make a minor adjustment and the car will work. And this first gear in that one. You never know with this thing. Old 549 reliable. I wasn't really ready on the tree in that one either. Now he had the 10.5. That was a 57, wasn't it? With the short bars. It's a nice little 10.5 car. And see, that thing had a 960 foot too. But of course that car has got much more top end than the other thing I was just messing with. That only does in the 240, low 240s. So that 57 is going to be a way better 10.5 car. That's just what it is. So you either have to kind of decide you want to race the 10.5 car you want to race, even though it may not be one of the cars that have been buffed, and just accept your beats when you come up against one of the buffed cars. I thought I saw a red light there. I guess not. Look at this, all reliable 49. Even racing someone with red bars. Yeah, I see. I see Daytonas out here, but I don't see them running 4.54. See me if I could get this under 549. Neck and neck. Oh, he got me with the 50. I got the 51. And he was out there on that tree. There it is, the old reliable 549. Taking down the Z. Although he had a bad red light. Alright, GG's. 31-21. I don't know what that was. There's Bubba. Bubba's out here. Yeah, I think that's the same Bubba I always race. He's got the box. Got a little over anxious there. The 004 red. After that, we were pretty much neck and neck. Yeah, see, that's what you do. You bump in, you wait for the other guy, and then you both bump in. Except for some reason, that time the tree just went off immediately. I don't know what happened there. He only got a one tree. I don't know what happened on that tree. I was just saying about how you can just normally bump in, but I don't know if he rebumped and it or what happened there. Let's take out this yeah, see, there's a lot of people on now. Yeah, see, I can still take on these E28s with this thing. for those dedicated Z28 users. He doesn't even want to race it. Is he even gonna come up here? He's like, ah, crap. I'm just gonna wait. Maybe he'll leave. I don't want to race this atrocity. I mean, it's basically just looks like a four-wheel drive vehicle, like an all-purpose wagon. Okay, unless he disconnected and it's taking that long. Let's see if he'll stage. Maybe he just put up the race and left. I don't know. Usually it'll show the disconnect right before the race start. Yeah, it was so screwed up it just made me red light. So he's just gonna sit there forever, and if I leave, he doesn't lose his money. No, the Lambo won't run 5.3. If you see someone running 5.3 in a Lambo, it's 100% glitch or hack or something. There's mine will occasionally run. It's run a 42, it's run a 43, but it's usually not under 44. But I don't even really believe under 44 for that car, because every time I race someone that's putting up that kind of number, it always seems something weird, something strange is happening. Like they're teleporting, or there's something not right. Okay, I guess we'll host. I think we're going to be wrapping it up here, though. Pretty quiet. We got some real racing going on. Is this the same guy again? I don't think so. I think those are pretty good shifts for this. Only a 52? I hope they didn't nerf my beast. She had a bunch of people putting up races, and then they're all gone. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up, and I think we're going to take the Lambo back out again and try to chase 43 on the leaderboard, just to keep our number 2 spot. Looks like if anything's out there, it's Lambos, because they're not able to jump in here because I have exotic turned off, even though I would take on a Lambo in this car, because if it's on one, it's going to be if it's not a super fast Lambo, it's going to be a race. $124, that's okay for this car. See, I always got to remember to be on those shifts if I get the right launch, but for that time it didn't work. I still got the 51 off the pace. Yeah, because I think I started early, didn't I? Well, I started about 9. It's about 3 hours. Yeah, I gotta try and try and give my eyes a rest. Let's see how we do against him. If we can get a good pass against him. Oh, I forgot. I always forget about the Lambo noise. And they put out another update, and they still didn't turn the volume down on these things. Look at this car bounce around. You can't even tell where his car is. Luckily our car works. He's still on the old version, but his car is teleporting all over the place. See, we can take on Lambos with this. If we get a tree, as long as it's not a mid 5.4 Lambo. See, he's look at that bump. His car looked like it worked that time, but it's still jumping around a little. And my car was total dog shit on that pass. So I just don't know if these guys are doing that intentionally, or they just have bad phone, bad internet. Yeah, but I am going to wrap this up. Just to try and save my eyes, because of once I get to this point here, I start feeling it. If I had good eyes, it'd be a lot different, but I mean, anytime you're looking at screens and motion, it's going to be rough. All right, take it easy, Grey Ghost. So that's going to be it. If you want to check out my bike motorcycle racing video, I'll probably be putting that out tomorrow. You just have to look at it, and they even give you a warning now when you put up a video on YouTube before you make it public, to check it for copyright, I guess. Because if you have some songs or something in there, it's gonna get a copyright, and then you have to erase the songs. But you know, that shouldn't have any problem, because I was basically at a racetrack. There's nothing really to. There's no problems with that. So. And that'll be a nice 4K video. Watch on the big screen. I'll probably watch it tomorrow, just because when you're sitting there, I was using my phone. I have other things that I can do video with too, with the action cam. But if you want to zoom in on the cars at the track, you can't get up to the wall. Then you have to kind of go up a little bit and use a little bit of zoom, so you can get the actual races. Alright, so I'll catch you guys next time.